Hi, everyone, and welcome once again to one of our Hobby Memorial Library events. We have another Surviving Adulthood series, this time on car maintenance. So please welcome Keshia Ward and Brion Burnett.
Greetings, everyone. Thanks for being here with me today. I am presenting some information on the basics of automotive maintenance, which was prepared and shooting in the video himself, Brion Burdett, one of my great constituents. And I will be sharing with you the basics of automotive maintenance, such as oil changes, checking your battery, tires, and the such. Please bear with me as I do the best that I can to bring this information to you. Thank you, and one moment as we begin. In the photo, you will notice that these are some tools and things that you will need to do an oil change. So basically, some of these tools can actually be found in your trunk if you have one that's already equipped with some of the basic stuff. And some of the things you can also use to change a tire as well. So, of course, you're going to need the vehicle, gloves, oil filter, wrench, and the designated grade of oil that you'll be using, oil filter, and paper towels or rags for cleaning, as you see presented in the photo. Before changing the oil, make sure the temperature is cool enough that you don't get scalded by hot oil. And if the vehicle is too low to get underneath, you'll need to elevate it using either a vehicle supplied or quicker with a floor jack. You can find them online in automotive and hardware stores. A combination wrench or socket and ratchet to loosen the drain plug and slowly unscrew with your fingers. Be sure to not drop the plug in the oil. Allow the oil to drain until it slowly stops to a drip. However, this vehicle was a bit overfilled. Afterward, you'll be replacing it and slightly tighten the drain plug. Under the hood, you will find the oil filter cap with the grade of oil needed for your vehicle. Also, there is a oil filter, and oil filters can be found at different locations on top, like this vehicle in front between the engine, radiator, and cooling fans, or underneath the engine. It is a good idea, if dirty, to clean off the oil filter cap or the media cap and or oil filter. Oil filter, in most cases, you should be able to remove the oil filters by hand. If not, use an oil filter wrench to loosen, have an oil pan or rag to catch potential leaking oil. After the oil filter is removed, use a clean paper towel or rag to wipe the flat surface. Before installing new metal oil filters, dip your finger into the new oil to spread a thin film of oil onto the rubber gasket to produce a seal. Slowly hand tighten the filter afterward. Give it another turn, about 1/4. And for checking your battery, a voltmeter is a handy tool for testing your battery. It is for 12V. The red electrode is positive. The black electrode is negative. Select 12V or auto. You will place each electrode on the corresponding battery post. The vehicle has a dead battery, as you can see, with 0.9 volts. In the other vehicle, we get a 12.8 volt. Going a step further to test the alternator, the vehicle needs to be running. Now we have a 14.7 volt due to the additional voltage by the alternator. And then for checking your tires, it is a good idea to check your tires on a regular basis, both visually and with the tire gauge for a proper inflation in PSI. According to foreign objects, anything that will puncture the tire along the tread, footprint, and the sidewall of the tire, bulging and uneven wear. If any of this is noticed, have the tire checked by a tire facility. In the photo, you will see that this is a manufactured tire date stamp on every tire. This stamp compromises of 4 numbers. The first 2 represent the week, and the last 2 represent the year. The next thing that I'm going to be sharing with you today, per Mr. Brion Burdett, is aside from the engine and suspension, the brakes play a pivotal role in the performance of a vehicle. And as you can see here, the brakes are being checked, making sure that the brake fluid DOT 3 or 4 in the master cylinder is above the low mark and clean as seen in this photo. To check the brake pads or disc brakes, the wheel needs to be removed and the axle turned toward the outside of the vehicle. Caliper video photo is on the viewing of the brake caliper. You can see the brake pads sandwiching the rotor in the middle. Regular brake inspections will help you to identify if the pads begin to wear unevenly, signaling a caliper malfunction. There are wear indicator tabs that will screech upon contact with rotor when you apply the brakes, thus signaling time to replace brake pads. However, if one does continue to drive without replacing the brake pads, the wear indicator will score the rotor, thus requiring an entire rotor replacement, as can be seen in the photo there. And again, I do hope that I explained this to you in a way that you all can understand, because I was taking someone else's notes and videos and putting this together as I was asked, and told them that I would do. One thing I would like to share with you all is that regular auto maintenance is very important, because that's the only way that your vehicle is going to pass inspection and be legal to drive on the road, as well as ensure safety for your lives and anyone else's on the road as well. So some of the things you can also use to take advantage of maintaining that safety in your vehicle is you can go to some of the O'Reilly's or AutoZones, and they do some free battery checks. They also do some free alternator checks and some starter testing, some things like that, that the person inside the store, the salesperson, can assist you with doing that on their own. And they're also helpful at putting on headlights or things like that, or even windshield wipers. All of those things need to be working and properly working in order to pass an inspection. And also remember to have your insurance. Thank you so much, Mr. Brion and CTC, for allowing me to put this piece together for you all. And I do hope that it is in a format that everyone can understand, because I too am learning, as I know not very much about vehicles. Thank you.
Thank you, Keshia and Brion. That was some awesome information. So, guys, just keep watching all of our Surviving Adulthood series. Tomorrow we have Keshia Ward again, and she's going to be giving us some inspiring words. That'll be at noon. Everybody have a great day.